Thought for 34s. Imagine a world where you board a plane in New York and step off in London just an hour later.
That's the tantalizing promise of hypersonic flight, speeds exceeding 5 times the sound barrier, turning global travel into a quick hop. But unlocking this future isn't just about speed, it's a saga of human ingenuity pushing against the limits of physics and engineering. Today, we're diving deep into what hypersonic flight means, where it came from, what's happening now, and what's on the horizon. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride through the skies. Hypersonic flight refers to velocities above Mach 5, around 3,800 miles per hour or more, where air friction generates extreme heat. At these speeds, the air around the vehicle behaves differently, creating shockwaves and plasma that challenge every aspect of design. It's not just faster than supersonic, it's a whole new realm where materials melt, engines gasp for air, and aerodynamics rewrite the rules. The history of hypersonic flight kicks off in the late 1940s, right after World War II, when rocketry was exploding in innovation. The first human-made object to hit hypersonic speeds was the bumper rocket in 1949, a two-stage beast that combined a German V-2 with an American WAC Corporal. It screamed upward at over Mach 5, proving that such velocities were possible, even if just for ballistic arcs.
But true sustained hypersonic flight?
That came with the X-15 program in the 1950s and 60s, a rocket-powered aircraft dropped from a B-52 that reached Mach 6.7. Pilots like Neil Armstrong flew it to the edge of space, gathering data on heat shields and controls that laid the groundwork for the space shuttle. Ramjet engines, precursors to scramjets, were experimented with in the 1930s by Soviet engineers, leading to the first ramjet-powered flight in 1939. These air-breathing engines compress incoming air without moving parts, ideal for high speeds but useless at takeoff. The Cold War fueled hypersonic dreams, with the US exploring concepts like the Boeing X-20 Dinosaur, a hypersonic glider that never flew but influenced later designs.
Meanwhile, the Soviets pushed boundaries with their own tests, though much remained classified.
By the 1970s, interest waned as focus shifted to space shuttles and ICBMs, but the seeds were planted. Fast forward to the 2000s, and hypersonics roared back with NASA's X-43A, a scramjet vehicle that hit Mach 9.6 in 2004, the fastest air-breathing flight ever. It used hydrogen fuel and rode on a Pegasus rocket, proving scramjets could work at hypersonic speeds.
Australia's HyShot program in 2002 also achieved scramjet ignition, showing international collaboration was key.
These milestones built a foundation, but practical applications were still distant.
Today, hypersonic technology is advancing rapidly, driven by military and commercial interests. NASA's Hypersonic Technology Project is at the forefront, focusing on air-breathing propulsion for reusable vehicles. They're tackling everything from materials that withstand 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit to simulations that predict turbulent flows.
Lockheed Martin's X-59 KSST is pushing quieter supersonic flight, but its data feeds into hypersonic research by informing noise regulations.
In October 2025, the X-59 took its first flight, a step toward overland supersonic travel that could evolve into hypersonic.
Northrop Grumman is developing next-gen scramjets, using advanced analysis to handle thermal stresses.
Their designs promise holistic solutions for sustained hypersonic flight. GE Aerospace showcased hypersonic propulsion at industry events, with milestones in autonomous flight and small engines. They're scaling dual-mode ramjets for 2025 tests, combining ramjet and scramjet modes for versatility. The U.S. Department of Defense is pouring billions into hypersonics, with the FY 2026 budget at $3.9 billion for research. Programs like the Air Force's ARRW and Navy's CPS aim for operational hypersonic weapons by the late 2020s. Testing is ramping up. The goal is monthly hypersonic flights by end 2025, using adaptive antennas for telemetry. Materials testing is crucial, with facilities simulating Mach 5 plus conditions to push composites and ceramics to their limits. Internationally, China is a leader, with the DFZF glide vehicle and YJ-21 missile already deployed. Their recent tests in 2025 show exo-atmospheric maneuvers, hinting at advanced boost glide tech. Russia boasts the Avangard and Kinzhal, hypersonic systems used in conflicts, though their effectiveness is debated. India, with DRDO's HSTDV, is nearing Mach 6 trials by 2025 and integrating with Agni boosters.
Europe, through France's VMAX, and Australia with hydrogen-powered jets, are also in the mix.
Commercial ventures like Hermes are developing reusable hypersonic aircraft for military and passenger use. Startups like Venus Aerospace are testing rotating detonation engines for breakthrough propulsion. These efforts signal a shift from pure military to dual-use tech, promising faster global connectivity.
But hypersonic flight faces monumental challenges that keep it from widespread adoption. First, the heat. At Mach 5, surfaces can reach 2,000 to 5,000 degrees Celsius, melting most metals.
Advanced ceramics like CCC and thermal protection systems from space re-entry are essential, but they're heavy and expensive. Propulsion is another hurdle. Scramjets need precise air intake at hypersonic speeds, or shockwaves can disrupt combustion. Switching from turbine to ramjet to scramjet requires complex dual-mode engines.
Materials must withstand not just heat but oxidation, erosion, and structural fatigue over repeated flights.
Batteries for onboard systems face high G-forces and temperatures, limiting payload. Detection and defense. Hypersonics fly low and maneuver, evading radars, but this makes guidance tricky in GPS-denied environments.
Northrop's new navigation tech tested in 2025 uses inertial systems for Mach 5 Plus without satellites. Economic viability is a big issue. The Concorde, nearly supersonic, failed due to costs and noise.
Hypersonics amplify that with fuel inefficiency and maintenance nightmares. Environmental concerns loom, as high-altitude emissions could harm the ozone layer. Safety. One failure at these speeds could be catastrophic, demanding flawless redundancy.
International regulations lag, with no clear rules for hypersonic overflights or arms control. Despite these, progress is steady, with wind tunnels and simulations bridging gaps.
The future of hypersonic travel looks bright, potentially revolutionizing how we move. By 2040, NASA and Boeing envision hypersonic commercial aircraft, shrinking the world dramatically. Flights from Sydney to London in 2 hours? Brisbane-based Hypersonics aims for hydrogen-powered jets by 2030. Private jets could go hypersonic, serving elites first before scaling to masses.
Military applications will drive tech, with hypersonic drones and missiles paving the way for passenger versions.
Reusable systems, like SpaceX-inspired vehicles, could make it affordable. Integration with existing airports is key. Recent wind tunnel tests show runway-operable designs are feasible.
Sustainability. Green fuels like hydrogen or biofuels could mitigate environmental impact.
Global cooperation might standardize tech, avoiding an arms race spillover.
In the end, hypersonic flight could connect continents like never before, boosting economies and cultures.
But now, let's shift gears into the shadowy world of rumors and speculations surrounding hypersonic advancements.
Whispered in defense circles, there might be secret projects that could change everything, or they might just be smoke and mirrors. Take the rumored State Route 72, Lockheed's supposed successor to the Blackbird, capable of Mach 6 unmanned flights. Some say it's already flying, powered by GE's dual-mode ramjets, spying from the edge of space. But others argue it's vaporware, a funding ploy with no real hardware. It may be operational, giving the US an unseen edge, or it may not exist beyond concept art. Then there's the buzz about China's hypersonic drone, unveiled in 2025, traveling at Mach 5 with anti-gravity hints. Rumors claim it's nuclear-powered, endless range, but skeptics say it's exaggerated, just a scramjet testbed. It could revolutionize warfare, or it might crash more than fly, like early prototypes.
Russia's Burevestnik missile, the doomsday weapon, is said to be nuclear ramjet-powered for unlimited flight. Putin boasts it's unbeatable, but leaks suggest it's unstable, radioactive, and failed multiple tests. It may be a real threat, circling indefinitely, or perhaps it's propaganda, too dangerous even for them. In the US,
there's talk of a hypersonic private jet from Hermes, backed by secret DoD funds. They claim Mach 5 travel by 2030, but insiders whisper delays due to heat issues.
It could shrink business travel, or it might bankrupt before takeoff. Pakistan's recent test over Quetta sparked frenzy. Was it a hypersonic glide vehicle or just a cloud?
Analysts say it's real, Mach 8 capable with Chinese help, joining elite nations. But the Met Department calls it lenticular clouds, so it may be a breakthrough or a natural phenomenon misread. Elon Musk's name pops up in wild tales of Tesla building hypersonic fighters with breakthrough physics.
Rumors of anti-gravity tech, but experts laugh it off as fan fiction. It could disrupt aviation, or it's probably not happening at all.
Europe's quiet on hypersonics, but whispers of a joint Franco-German project for Mach 7 missiles.
It might counter Russian threats, or funding cuts could kill it quietly.
Australia's Hypersonics claims a green hypersonic jet ready in 5 years, hydrogen-fueled.
Some believe it'll fly Sydney to LA in hours, others doubt the tech scales. Iran's boasted hypersonic missiles, shared with Russia, might be game-changers in conflicts. But US intel suggests they're overhyped, lacking true maneuverability.
They may evade defenses, or they might not perform under fire. The US is rumored to lag behind, with failed tests piling up.
Yet, black budget projects could have operational hypersonics hidden away. It might be true we're behind, or perhaps it's disinformation to lure adversaries. China's MD-22 vehicle, Mach 7 with 8,000 kilometers range, is said to be space-capable.
Videos leaked, but are they real or CGI?
It could enable orbital strikes, or it's experimental at best. Northrop's navigation tech for GPS-denied hypersonics tested successfully. Rumors say it's for autonomous swarms, unstoppable. But reliability in combat?
It may work flawlessly, or glitches could doom missions.
GE's hypersonic engine teasers hint at a Blackbird successor. Speculation runs wild, manned or drone. It could dominate skies, or regulatory hurdles might ground it. Rocket Lab's haste suborbital tests pave for full hypersonic flights.
Whispers of commercial space tourism tie-ins, but safety concerns loom.
It might open new markets, or accidents could set back years.
In India, DRDO's Vani glide vehicle nears trials.
Rumors of Russian collaboration for BrahMos 2 at Mach 8. It could bolster defenses, or integration issues delay.
The global race heats up, with alliances forming.
US-Australia pacts on hypersonics might yield shared tech. But espionage rumors suggest leaks undermine.
It may accelerate progress, or trust issues fracture partnerships.
Nuclear-powered hypersonics, like old Cold War ideas, resurface in speculation. China's alleged nuclear engine for 20,000 km/h flights.
It could make intercontinental hops routine, or radiation risks make it unfeasible.
Paul Chiz's claims of plasma drag reduction for decades-old US tech. Magnetohydrodynamics might be secret sauce, or it's theoretical fluff. It may enable silent hypersonics, or power demands are too high. Stratolaunch's Talon A carries hypersonic payloads. Rumors of private space forces emerging. It could privatize warfare, or regulations clip wings.
In the end, these rumors paint a picture of a hypersonic future that's thrilling yet uncertain.
Some may prove true, ushering an era of unprecedented speed. Others might fade as hype, reminding us innovation takes time. What do you think? Is hypersonic flight the next big thing, or still science fiction? Drop your thoughts below, and subscribe for more deep dives into tech frontiers.